One thing I learned and I pride myself on is not reacting anymore. Because even if
Good evening, everybody. Today is October the 4th. We are reading Robert Greene's The Daily Law. So I'm going to give a disclaimer. The title is Analyze, Scrutinize, Question. But the first little heading part that he uses a little kind of like a preface before he starts what his take on it is. It's very confusing to me. It's talking about basically your two selves, the one that's does the right thing, like the little good angel and the little devil on your shoulder. So, but the way they say it is very confusing. It's just as though one's second self were standing beside one. One is sensible and rational oneself, but the other self is impelled to do something perfectly senseless and sometimes very funny, and suddenly you notice that you're longing to do that amusing thing. Goodness knows why. That is, you want to, as it were, against your will. Though you fight against it with all of your might, you want to. Fyodor Dostoevsky, A Raw Youth. I got through it. To cultivate his inner Athena, Pericles first had to find a way to master his emotions. All right, so his inner Athena, yesterday, Athena is the god of wisdom, and they were talking about Nous, which is the mind. So to cultivate his inner Athena, Pericles first had to find a way to master his emotions. Emotions turn us inward, away from Nous, away from reality. We dwell on our anger, on our insecurities. If we look out at the world and try to solve problems, we see things through the lens of these emotions. They cloud our vision. Pericles trained himself to never react in the moment, to never make a decision while under the influence of a strong emotion. Instead, he analyzed his feelings. Usually, when he looked closely at his insecurities or his anger, he saw that they were not really justified and they lost their significance under scrutiny. Sometimes he had to physically get away from the heated assembly and retire to his house, where he remained alone for days on end, calming himself down. Slowly, the voice of Athena would come to him. Daily Law. Look at those emotions that are continually infecting your ideas and decisions. Learn to question yourself. Why this anger or resentment? Where does this incessant need for attention come from? The laws of human nature. 1. Master your emotional self. The law of irrationality. So, this is a good one for me personally because I tend to get emotional. I let my emotions control me sometimes. I am guilty of this. But I'm getting a handle on it and I'm trying to work on that because something makes me mad or pisses me off. I'm a little firecracker, like I spaz out. But I've been teaching myself to like step away, tell people when I'm not in the mood, like, hey, look, today ain't a good day. Don't fuck with you. No, but like just like stepping away and realizing, hey, this is probably gonna make me mad. Let me get myself out the situation. And then or not even put myself in a situation where if it runs up on me though, like and it like shocks me, that's usually when you go get the spaz. But I'm trying to like take a moment, regroup myself, and then like step away, cause it shows a sign of weakness when you can't control yourself, your emotions, your mouth, whatever the case may be, and thinking before you say something. That's a big one. You got to think. I'm the type of person. I'm pretty straightforward, pretty blunt. Um, and I'm starting to pay attention to, because like I will hurt people's feelings because I say what's right off the top of my dome piece, And that's not always the right thing that you should be saying to people. But I don't even think about it like, you know, I think the craziest thing I said, I ran into somebody I had seen in a long time, and I was like, she comes up to me in the store, and I wasn't expecting her to look so bad. And I was like, damn, you look bad. What's going on with you? And she was like, you don't say that to nobody. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was something I was supposed to keep in my head. But anyway, I did it. Water under the bridge now. But it was like her reaction, and it embarrassed her. But I honestly didn't mean it like that. She usually took really good care of herself. She just looked not together, not how I was used to seeing her. I guess she'd been working a lot or whatever. But, if somebody would say that to me, I probably would take offense too. But like I said, I'm alone so much, like most of the time, that I don't really have to think about what I say to people because I don't really go around people. So anyways, analyze, scrutinize, question yourself if this is appropriate. If am I too emotional right now to address the situation, and then move forward. Join me and we'll do it again tomorrow. Good night, y'all.